Good morning. My name is Naomi St-Yumba, and I have the honor of introducing our lovely speaker of the day. The bio that they sent us was a bio of Beyonce, so I'm not going to give her Beyonce's introduction, even though they might, it might confuse her for her a little bit. But I'll let her explain to you guys what she does in this world. She was born and raised in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and she's going to let you guys know a little bit more about what her Black history is.
Hi everyone, thank you for letting me be with you today. My name is Latoya Harrington. I live right here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, born and raised. I was a Franklin Bolt. You can still go by Bolts? You still Bolts? All right, I was a Franklin Bolt back in the day. I work for a company called Arch Insurance, where I work in human resources. I hire data scientists and actuaries. Anybody know what an actuary is by chance? I didn't either before I got the job, but they are really smart people who know math quite well and can talk about the predictability of certain events happening. But I won't bore you with all those details today. What I want to talk to you about today is self-pride, self-esteem, and self-respect. I'm a little under the weather, so please forgive me. I got a bunch of notes that I'll read through, but I'll try to make eye contact with everybody. But I was told the best way to start an event like this is for everybody to stand up and like wiggle or something. I know that's embarrassing, but can we all stand up? Do like a jumping jack. Something. Come on, please humor me. It will be interactive. I want to. Okay, a couple jumping jacks. Beautiful. Just one.
Ow! Oh my God!
Perfect. Okay.
Don't touch my donut. Okay. That's what we set up anyway. What did I do?
No, you're fine. He's fine.
No,
Nope.
sorry, this is not how we behave in a presentation.
Well, what do you do?
I have to come out too? No, I need to stop.
Oh.
All right, y'all got me a little nervous to speak to you today. I don't get nervous very often, but I serve on a couple of boards here in town, one of them being Kids First. Anybody familiar with Kids First and the work they do? You are? Oh, I love that. Yes, all right, I'm on the board of Kids First. EYI, anybody familiar with EYI, Empowering Youth Iowa? It's an organization that helps students who aren't successful in the regular classroom setting to be able to graduate high school, so really wonderful program. But the reason these organizations are near and dear to my heart is I remember being a really poor girl who grew up right around the corner from here on A Avenue. It was a street so small, honestly, they should call it an alley. I don't know why they call it an avenue. But we lived several times in many different apartments right there on that little tiny street, moving all of the time. When I went to school here, I just remember having sometimes really low self-esteem, embarrassed about how poor we were, all the things that we didn't have. You hear a lot of times people say, growing up I didn't know how poor we were because we were surrounded by love. Well, not me. I grew up knowing exactly how poor we were. I knew it in my belly when I was hungry. I knew it in my clothes when I was embarrassed because they weren't as nice as everyone else's, sometimes as clean as everyone else's, but most especially, I knew it in my hair. I would be embarrassed all the time about how my hair looked. I can remember trying to wake up early and slap together a ponytail the best way I could with gel, grease, any little ponytail holder I could find. A lot of times we didn't even have a ponytail holder to use. I'd find a rubber band, some sort of twisty tie, just praying, Lord, please let it make it through first period. I just wanted to get through first period with decent hair. That's all I cared about. I must have liked some little boy in first period, who knows. But I can remember as the day would go on and my hair would unravel, so would the way I felt about myself. As I felt like I looked less of me, I felt like the world thought less of me. And I wish I could go back and tell little me some of the things that I want us to talk about today. And it's about, again, it's self-pride, self-esteem, and self-respect. All right, so, while these words all have really strong correlations, the meanings of them are slightly different. So I want us to discuss what I hope you can spend the day being thoughtful about and thinking about taking pride in yourself. And maybe you already feel 100% confident and positive in who you are, and that is wonderful. I want to be just like you. But maybe what you can then take away from this is some tips to help some friends who might need a little bit of grace from you. All right, so, sorry about that. So we're gonna be a little bit interactive here. I know your teachers don't want y'all talking too much, but in this time frame, please do chime in with me. Who can tell me what self-pride is? The answer is literally on the screen, so feel free. Anybody? Yes, tell me your name first.
Myas. My name is Myas, and pride in oneself or in that which relates to oneself.
Fantastic, yes. Perfect. Self-pride is exactly that. Pride in oneself or the way in which one relates to oneself. So I want to tell you about a little practice, and it's backed up in psychology, so you know it's the real deal. But it's a really good way to grow your self-pride. And it's a little trick, and it's called telling yourself who you are every morning. So what I want you to do is, if you have a mirror, there's a mirror right here. If some of you may not even have access to a mirror in the morning, maybe somebody else is in the bathroom, but I want you starting your day telling yourself exactly who you are. Before the rest of the world tells you you're this, you're that, or something else, tell yourself, I'm beautiful, and mean it. Tell yourself I'm smart. Tell yourself I'm on time. Tell yourself I'm responsible. Things that maybe you aren't quite yet, but you know you want to be, tell yourself that in the morning. And I mean it, it is a real trick. Sweetheart. It is a real trick, and you want to do it. Start every day by telling yourself who you are. I'm healthy. All right, some of the cool kids these days call it manifesting, but really it is just telling yourself who you are. All right, next, self-esteem. Who can answer what self-esteem is? Don't have my boy answering everything. Somebody else can read the screen. I know it. Here we go. But thank you so much, Lance.
Confidence in one's worth or abilities.
Yes, thank you. Exactly that. Confidence in one's worth or abilities. So this is Black History Month and a Black History event. So I must mention some of the greats in Black history and confidence. Folks like Maya Angelou. The confidence for her to write something as deep as, you may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may even kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I rise. Or Malcolm X, who was unapologetic in his advocacy for Black liberation, which allowed him to fearlessly confront systemic oppression, urging Black Americans to demand their rights by any means necessary. Or folks like Muhammad Ali, he called himself the greatest long before anybody even knew who he was. So for all these greats, confidence was just about believing in themselves. It's also about empowering you to believe in yourself. So, sorry guys. I think about my childhood when I didn't have the confidence as I thought other people did, and so many opportunities that I didn't take advantage of. I remember thinking, oh, I can't sing as well as such and such, so I shouldn't join choir. Or I shouldn't even sing loudly in music class. I was so embarrassed and had such little confidence. Or I can't act as well as the next person, so I shouldn't join the play or the musical. But I want to empower each of you to know that you have the ability to step outside of your shell and try new things. Even if in the beginning you're not the best, you owe it to yourself to at least take advantage of new opportunities, especially the ones that you have in this building. You might be a little bit embarrassed at first, but as you continue, your confidence is going to grow. So give yourself the permission to explore new things. All right, so lastly, self-respect. Who knows what self-respect is? Yes, excellent. Okay, all right, a little interactive here. Who knows the next line to this song? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I know somebody knows this. I'm not that old. You know it. I know you know it. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. What comes after that? Close enough. Find out what it means to me.
I think you know.
All right. There are numerous examples of self-respect exhibited throughout Black history. Are we still singing this song? Because I'll play it. That's my jam.
Play
After this, we'll play it. But there's numerous examples throughout Black history of self-respect. I'll wait. Alright. When I think of self-respect, greats come to mind like Barack Obama, or Harriet Tubman, or Frederick Douglass. Now, we also have many examples of great people right here in Iowa who have been great role models in teaching self-respect. One is my great aunt, Willie Mae Wright, right here in the state of Iowa, Waterloo in fact. She's worked tirelessly to champion for all people to have greater opportunities to better their lives. Recently, they've even named a shopping center after her in her honor right in Waterloo, Iowa. We also have folks like Dr. Ruth White, your Superintendent Grover, Sarah Swayze, so many who are models in self-respect. So I want us to do a little bit of an exercise together. Everybody involved. What I'd like us to do, if you're comfortable with it, raise your hand, and I want us to all go around and say something that we love about ourselves. Yes, I got a volunteer to go first. Yes. Self-respect is you owning what you love about you. Was that your name, Carter?
Yeah.
All right, Carter, if you will stand up, raise your hand. Be the first. I love this. Stand up, raise your hand, or raise your hand and stand up. And say something you love about yourself, truly. Yes, Carter, come on.
I love turtles.
Yes, I love that. Thank you, Carter. All right. Who's our next volunteer? You go. Yes. Say your name and what you love about yourself. Yes, I love that, Jack. Anybody? Anybody else? Ladies? Raise your hand. Say something you love about you, ladies, in the back.
Wait, do I have to stand up?
You don't have to stand up. No, you do not.
I like turtles.
You like, what do you like about you?
Turtles.
Turtles? I love turtles too. Good, good. Anyone else up front? Something you love about yourself? Okay. What if I told you guys there was a prize involved in saying what you loved about yourself? Would that change? I said, what if? I said, but now that you got your hand up, you want to stand up and tell us what you love?
Football.
Football? All right.
You didn't stand up.
Your football? She said like about yourself.
But you
I like
said
turtle.
Yeah, you said
Football.
turtle.
You
said turtle.
He's
He's
turtle.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm a tomato. You know? Oh
No,
yeah. Yeah, Chase. Chase is a tomato.
All right. Anybody else want to
How
say
do you
something
see
they love
Chase?
about themselves? All right. Well, thank you for sharing your morning with me. I hope you take advantage of every opportunity and resource that this school offers, especially this barbershop. What I would have loved to have had something like this around when I was young. I would have taken advantage of it. Even folks who don't need this service, you coming here and using it lets everybody else know that it's okay. So please, 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 not only use this resource, but all resources that are available to you as a student. I hope you also take time to thank the people that put these things on for you and do these things. Please know they don't have to. There's nobody making them do it. They are doing it because they care about you. And I want you to continue to go through these days caring about yourself. And that's it. Thanks for your time this morning.